All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Eastern Conference Roundup. I don't know what episode this is, but this is the June 22nd, 2026 version, week, I guess, however you want to put it. Loads and loads of games to talk about. As you know, this is
Mm-hmm.
predominantly a MLS live show podcast, whatever you want to call it. But we have some may say small tournament going on right now in the United States. A little bit, teeny tiny,
Just
but
tiny.
we will knock out a couple MLS rumors, news about
Tiny.
some
Tiny,
clubs.
tiny.
First of all, coming out, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to put them in chat wherever you are watching YouTube, X, wherever you are viewing us from.
Yes.
We will start out with this. I'm only going to bring it up because it's on a verified Instagram account of Transfer Market US. Rumors of Mbappe to Miami will not happen. Just want to clear the air here. But in my club, Chicago Fire. I didn't realize I didn't introduce everybody. I'm sorry. I'm Jared, Chicago Fire fan. I look. I'm sorry. I've been gone for a week. I'm Jared from the Fire. We have Garrett on top of me. Pause. Atlanta United fan. Matt over here in the other corner. I can't host. We have Matt over here in the other corner.
Hey, you're doing good. You're doing good, buddy. You're doing good.
In the other corner, he is a Columbus Crew fan, and then Tyler right beside me in the Supporter Shield front running Nashville SC.
Yes. Yes, we are.
All right. So then, to my club, Chicago Fire. Big rumors of Robert Lewandowski to Chicago Fire. He just visited not too long ago. Chicago does have a very big Polish community. But as
Mm-hmm.
the recent days wrapped up and what I've been hearing from sources, I think this is going to happen. I think Lewandowski to Chicago Fire is going to happen. I was full on expecting it to be announced today, but we shall see. I mean, real quickly, do you guys think Lewa in MLS is a good fit? You think he'll fit for the Fire?
I mean, it'd be great no matter who he plays for.
I'm about to say he'd fit anywhere.
I think with him moving to Chicago is dangerous. On the side of the other teams in the East, I mean, now you got two goal threats to really worry about. You got Levin, Golski, and then you also have Hugo Kuipers, who's just a little bit. He's just casually the leading goal scorer, the leading goal scorer in the league. But average player.
My question would be which starter drops to the bench?
I feel like it has to be a 4-4-2, and we would sacrifice a midfielder.
Who?
Oh, dude, it's been so long since I watched the game. So we have Jay. Hold on, let me pull up the last lineup. But I do feel like
I'm just. I would just be slightly concerned that it changes the dynamic of the team to a way that maybe they get better up front, but maybe they lose something somewhere else.
I feel like it's not what you needed to reinforce.
Yeah,
that's the thing for me. Is you don't really need. Yeah, I mean, you got Kuipers, so it's a little bit of a crazy. I mean, when you have a player like that available and they want to come, it's really hard to say no to that. Right. But it does. It almost feels like it could go both ways. You can come in and start smashing in the goals, but at the same time, that isn't really your weakness. The weakness is further back.
We have. Oh my God, what's his name? Dude, I'm drawing a blank here. Andre Franco coming back. I think he's in lineup automatically, and we need a defensive mid. So I think Jay Davila will be that guy, or even Anton. But normally midfield Jay Davila, Celestros, and attacking mid either Zinchenko or Lud. I think one of those, I guess, center mids, if you will hit the bench. But I think we'll run 4-4-2. We'll just have to see if this deal does go through.
I think I'd be a little concerned that you become top heavy and not have the same level of structure defensively.
We got Embo. We can leave Embo in the back.
I feel like with Chicago, I feel like you could just carry on what you're doing with the width thing and just have two. I'd actually play 2 sitting players and just let them sit and hold it whenever there's in transition, and just let the guys up front go and do their thing. Yeah, like but play that kind of 4-4. I feel 4-4-2 is coming back. I feel it's really interesting, like, especially in the World Cup. We're seeing like these shapes.
USA just pretty much did it.
Yeah.
4-4 effing 2.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy going back in time. But I mean, you can't deny him. He's gonna be good, isn't he? I was intrigued by the Kuipers thing and how they kind of match up and pair up.
Right. Moving down the table, Garrett, what do you got? What news you got for Atlanta?
Oh yeah, we got some great news, which should have been a bigger fanfare than it should have been. No, I'm just kidding with you. So, new president of soccer was announced for not just Atlanta United, but also the NWSL team. So this is technically under AMBSE, which is the parent organization that owns both Atlanta United, the Atlanta Falcons, and the new NWSL team that's coming in 2028. They announced the new president of soccer, which is Mauricio Calibro. He came in from Tigres, he was at Club America. He was also with the Mexican Football Federation for a little while. He's got a lot of history in the game. The one thing that kind of concerned me, well, outside of the fact being they scheduled this press conference right in the middle of the Argentina game, so they just thought to themselves like, okay, no one's going to show up. And then, of course, some journalists did show up, and then it started to become, we're actually getting hounded with questions. He kind of dodged a lot of information, which was kind of shocking to me. But the answers they did give, first of all, in the introduction with Rich McCray coming in and announcing him saying that, I'll let you know about why we settled in on Calibro. I'm like, the word settled does not sound very promising when you're talking about a guy who's running the front office. And that was my first red flag. My second red flag about all this press conference was he made it very clear in a lot of his answers, like, I have not met any of the staff yet. You've been announced for a month. Like, come on. Like, you've been announced as the president of soccer for Atlanta United and also the women's team for about a month. You haven't got to know the staff yet, so that's a problem. That's another red flag raised up. Third red flag is that when he starts talking about the academy, if you know anything about this guy, when he was at Tigres, they didn't utilize the academy at all at Tigres. So it's also another red flag. And then the fourth red flag is the fact being that he's saying that we want to get to a position to where we're more successful. So he preaches the whole patience thing again, which, again, huge red flag because we've been patient for a long time. And then on top of that, he starts to mention the words 3 windows. This is what's probably going to take to get us back to where we want to be. We don't want 3 windows. We've been sitting around for about 7 windows trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen with this team. And when pressed about questions about what we're going to do as far as within this break, as far as with the transfer window opening up and everything else, nothing has been said. He didn't come out and say that we're going to be making some changes. He didn't come out and say, like, okay, we're going to go ahead and move some people in the roster to assess that. He talked more about the off-field stuff than he did about the on-field product. And that, to me, is a problem because there was no talk about Latte Lot getting removed. There was no talk of possibly moving on from Miguel Almiron, which we'll talk about that later on, of why I think we need to move on about that and when we talk about the World Cup games. But right now, everything that was going on with this whole press conference, it was wasted time. It was a big nothing burger, and it gives me no hope that this is going to get any better anytime soon.
Well, that was positive.
Yes.
Extremely positive. Extremely positive. I don't know where we're like, that's my one Atlanta United. Well, that's my one of 2 Atlanta United rants that we're going to get here today. But yeah, I just don't know where to go with this. It's been tough. I know that Jared and Tyler are probably itching to get back into league play. I'm not. I want this World Cup to go longer. I hate the fact that this World Cup is only a month long. We're less than a month away, and I just want it just to stick around for longer because now actually I have something that I can cheer for with the fact the United States is doing good. But here we are. Come July 19th, come July 22nd, we play against Charlotte. God, I'm gonna be miserable as hell.
I mean, the other red flag is at Atlanta United, so you missed that one. But
any other MLS news from any other clubs? You guys, home clubs?
Do you guys know that Freddie guy who's been going around the country?
Yes,
he's coming through Ohio.
He's coming through Ohio, and the crew is like, hey, come to Columbus, and we'll give you a tour and give you a bunch of cool merch and stuff. So. We'll see if that happens.
Put out the same thing if
he's probably going to take it up on it because our club did not offer him. He spent nearly a whole freaking week in Atlanta and nothing happened. The dude went to Helen. He went to Helen, Georgia, went to the German village there, the most touristy spot in all of Northeast Georgia, and just said, you know what? This is all I need to see. I don't need to go see anything else. I went to Waffle House. I went to Chick-fil-A. I went to Chili's. They even took him to Magic City. They took him to go get lemon pepper wings at Magic City. Like, what the heck? What's going on?
You can't hate Freddie. You cannot hate Freddie.
Oh, God. I've been holding this in for about a week. So there's
3 rants.
I am heat. If you can't tell from my face, from the fact being I got sunburned, that's not just the sun that did it to me. It's just the heated stuff I kept in from the last show that didn't show up.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
I mean, other than that, there's rumors that we're gonna sign Andres Herrera for a full-time deal from River Plate. He's been on loan for like 2 years to us. And then there's like 3 other player rumors, but nothing's official. I don't know if I want to get into those rumors because they're just rumors. I don't know how legit they are.
Yeah, just Mbappe went to Miami.
Yeah, but
hey, at least you have a player. At least you have a player announce yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you should have a player that announced himself that he was going to a team. Junior Alonso did that with Atlanta. He's like, yeah, hey, by the way, I'm going there. No official announcement, no rumors whatsoever. He's like, yep, I'm coming here.
That's wild. Oh, no, I was just going to say, I would be very surprised if by the end of this World Cup, the crew hasn't signed 1 or 2 players.
Yeah.
Nice.
But transition to some World Cup games, finishing up on, I don't even know what, like round 1 World Cup games. I don't even know what to call them. But
yeah.
France 3, Senegal 1. Not much to talk about. Mbappe being Mbappe. Once he puts on that French kit, he's just a different guy. Anything from that game? Not much. All right.
No, we want to watch what we're saying because Dictator Mbappe might be watching. They might tell us to delete.
Yeah, they're also in a rain delay right now.
Yeah,
so he could be.
And he scored. Yeah, he scored again.
Iraq 1, Norway 4. Holland gets 2 in his World Cup debut. I guess no surprise there from Holland. But you guys think Norway's better than what everyone thought?
I have them as a dark horse. Like
I think
teams as a dark horse.
I think they're right where I expected them to be.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought their offensive game, even just looking at names alone, was pretty solid.
Yeah. I'd agree.
I think their whole team is pretty solid. I think a lot of people look at Odegaard and look at Holland and think, oh, that's the team. If you look at the whole squad, it's a solid squad.
You're forgetting to mention the super sub Oscar Bob in there too.
Oscar Bob, yep.
Oscar Bob, man.
That kid Nusa is going to be a menace for a decade.
Yeah. You also can't forget about Sorloth too. He hasn't yet made a huge impact in the World Cup, but he definitely is able to.
It's kind of the same situation we're talking about Chicago Fire with Kuipers and Lua. You're gonna have to mark somebody.
Right.
You're gonna leave one wide open. It's a double threat right there. It's gonna be tough.
On to Argentina 3, Algeria 1. Some no name named Messi scored a hat trick. I don't know if you guys ever heard.
I don't know who that is.
Sorry, no, I don't know Messi. I know number 10 that scored. I don't know Messi.
Welcome back to part 1 of Messi Hate Monday. Messi should have got a red card. Let's be honest here.
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick.
Full on studs up, man. Full on studs up. Should have been a foul.
That's pretty bad.
Should have been a card. Should have been a card.
Yeah, he's a card for sure.
Yeah. It's funny because if he got that, he'd be on 1 goal right now, not 5.
Yeah. Yep. So that's why it's part 1. We can save everything else for part 2 of Messi Hate Monday. Austria 3, Jordan 1. Not much to talk about in that one. Portugal 1, DR Congo 1. Is Portugal in trouble, guys?
They have a Ronaldo problem.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're not in trouble. They have Ronaldo trouble. That's what it is. It's the same thing that we've talked about with the U.S. team for a while with Pulisic. It's hero ball, and that's what Ronaldo's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's trying to play hero ball, and that's the problem.
I will say, like, I don't. Ty looks like he wants to say something.
No.
No. So
I'm glad I have that power. Wow.
I think he has an issue where, in the past, his Portuguese teams have not been very good.
Yeah,
and he's been having to carry them. He has a very good squad around him now, and I think he still has that mindset of I need to carry the team.
Yeah,
he needs to be a focal point. He doesn't need to be the team though.
Right.
And I think he feels like he needs to be the team. If they fix that, I think they can win the World Cup. I think they're that good.
For sure.
But
I thought he looked a bit out of. He didn't look comfortable at all to me.
Yeah.
Like he just didn't look right on the field. Even though he's moving, doesn't look right to me. Like he's
41.
The positions he's basically dead. No, the position he's taken up. The position he's taken up. Just don't look right. And I feel like there is also a debate here to be had of he's playing in the Saudi league. He's playing, and I feel like he's carrying the teams there and blah blah. But the players around him arguably are very good, and they might even be better than him now. In terms of what they can do.
I don't think that's a hot take.
That's not a hot take.
No.
Well, it is if you're a Ronaldo fan or one of the millions who follows on Instagram.
I'm sure.
That's the hottest take that's ever been.
But if you actually look at, I mean,
no, go ahead.
If you ever watched the Saudi league, pace of play is way slower than what we do in the World Cup. So he's coming into this expecting similar style of play because he's been playing in the Saudi league all year. For one, I mean, it's clear you have players that are playing top leagues that the game has changed from the time he's played in those top leagues.
Right.
It's different. It's way different now, and he's trying to do what he's done in the past, where other players, like unfortunately number 10 with Argentina, has adapted. So that's the thing.
I also feel like you guys can say something if I'm wrong. Ronaldo is a true 9 now. Or not now. He's always been a true 9, and the strikers we see nowadays.
Since he was like 23 or so, yeah.
The strikers we see nowadays drop back. So if you watch that Portugal game, I feel like he was always 2 to 3 yards offsides, waiting for one of his wings to get the ball and get it crossed in. But I never saw him drop back to get the ball and then lay it off. So the point I was getting to is that, just like Garrett said, the game has changed and adapted so much differently from when he was in a bigger league than Saudi. He's not, I guess, used to it.
Especially a lot of these players are more.
I think he's just past it. I think that's what that's as far as I would go with it. He's past it.
Going into the whole discussion about the game adapting, I mean, now you're seeing a lot more center forwards where they are having to play it through more, as opposed to a true striker that's just like, I say right now, the only real true striker that you can really kind of measure talent against is Haaland. Whereas everybody else, like Martinez or like a Nicholas Jackson, they're more of center forwards. Kane's a center forward. Yeah. Kane, I would define him as a center forward, not a striker.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if they can get that figured out, I'm not convinced they will get it figured out this World Cup. But if they do, I think they can go far.
I don't think I think it seems to be causing too much of a rift in their team, and it's politically.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it feels kind of opposite to you guys might disagree with me on this. It feels opposite to Argentina, where I feel like once Ronaldo's gone, Portugal will be better. But I think once Messi is gone, Argentina will get worse. And I don't know. That's how I feel about both teams.
Yeah. I think Argentina's going to be kind of the same boat as Brazil now. Look at all the star players that came through Brazil in the early 2000s, and look at them in like 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022 now. It's a totally different thing. So they're not developing nearly as much talent as they used to at that high level.
Yeah.
Does it say a lot about MLS that Messi's looking good in the World Cup and Ronaldo's looking quite so poor? If you're going to compare leagues, and how if
we're comparing MLS to Saudi, Sorry.
I was gonna say Saudi has 4 really good teams, and there's a huge talent drop off after that. I think MLS is a little bit more equal across the board. Obviously, there's good teams and bad teams, but I think the intensity of the bottom teams is better in MLS than the intensity of the bottom teams in Saudi. Yeah, and so you play against, you play against higher competition weekly in MLS than you do in the Saudi league.
And money's not really spread around nearly as much in the Saudi league as it is in the MLS, which in itself does create more parity.
Yeah.
Tyler, your time to shine here. England 4, Croatia 2. I only got to see a little bit of this game. All I'll say about this is England looked much better in the second half. And Tyler, the mic's yours.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't stay, because at halftime it looked like it could be a tricky game for England. But I
had life things to do.
I was on the beach. I was on the beach.
Yeah, you weren't really on the beach though. You were on TikTok the whole time. Let's be real. You were on TikTok.
I was
watching everyone do stuff. We know you were there. We saw it.
Garrett jumped into my TikTok lives every once in a while on the beach. I was like, "What are you doing? Just enjoy yourself.
Get off."
Hey, ball is life. Like I said, ball is life.
Hey, I love that. Yeah, I mean, England good. England, I think England, we discussed it on our TikTok special last Monday. Dylan from COC Network and I were just having a bit of an England love up, just saying, hey, people are underrating this team. And then they went and showed that they could go and play. I think the thing we're underestimating overall with this World Cup is the amount of time managers have got with their teams. There are so many days between games. I mean, these players are used to playing in Europe, doing 3 days on, 3 days off, game every 3 days. So there's no time on the training field. These guys are all getting time on the training field with their international managers, and they're basically changing tactics game to game. And you're seeing the team improve and actually bond and get together, which I think is one of the things the US is doing really well in terms of development. And I think that's something we can talk about in a bit. England, really good. Harry Kane gets the penalty early, misses the first one. Livakovic comes off the line. And so it's retaken. Funnily enough, the BBC commentator said you would want no one else in the world to be taking this right before he then missed it. And then obviously he goes and finishes the second one, goes up, smashes it. And Modric was the one that gave away that penalty, foul on Madueke. Madueke kind of gets the assist in that one. So yeah, a decent game for Madueke overall. Bellingham loses the ball for the first Croatia goal. I know Jared's a massive Bellingham fan. We discussed that after the game. But yeah, he loses that ball. Croatia transition, counter, great shot. Who was it again? It was Basarina with a good long shot goal.
Basarina. He's another kid who I think is going to be a really good player going forward.
Definitely. Scores from distance. Maybe Pickford gets a hand to it. Maybe should have got a little bit more on it, but that's what it is. Then we go to Arsenal football. We get to a few Rice corners that are incredible delivery from either side. Really good delivery. He doesn't normally deliver.
Wow. Declan Rice has another great corner kick. What's new?
Arsenal corners. What?
Doesn't normally deliver from both sides. We did it from both sides this week for England. Kane is completely unmarked. Late run into the back of the box. Header. Great goal.
I did see that. That was pretty surprising how open he was.
Yeah, there was bars where he was outside the D and just ran straight into the back of the box, wide open. And then Perisic is the next goal after that, isn't it? Croatia, good ball in, long ball, really nice cushion header backwards, which is kind of unusual, but really good, smart play. He runs in behind the England defenders, manages to really do a super loopy header backwards. And Musa, MLS guy comes in, smashes the volley home. Good player. I really like him. As a player.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Second top goal scorer in the league.
Yeah, I think he keep doing.
Right behind Ugo.
Could he be on his way out?
He did hold that spot for. He did hold that spot for there like 2 months. So
now
credit to him.
Nope. Yeah. No, I mean, could he be on his way out? Maybe, perhaps. It depends what the World Cup performances look like. I think there's going to be a lot of players that get moved after this World Cup.
How old is he?
But
he's only
like late 20s, like early
26, 27, 28. Yeah.
28.
Yeah. So he's still got another move in him for sure, maybe 2. Then after that, so that's 2-2. That's half time. Centre backs and goalkeeper again. Maybe he should have done a little bit better in that situation. But then after that, we come on second half. Whatever the team talk was very, very good. Bellingham comes on within a few seconds, runs down the outside.
Down the outside.
Down the outside, cuts in off the post, Bellingham goal. And yeah, there's then that big Livakovic save. I don't know if you saw that. Really big saves from him. Triple save. A lot of mess in front of
that was crazy. Yeah,
in front of the goal.
Was crazy.
Really good stops. And then Saka Rashford combined. It was 5 versus 2 for that last goal. Transition counter goal, 5 versus 2. Saka passes to Rashford. Rashford finishes, but there were literally 4 other England players lined up on the edge of the box against 1 Croatian defender. So I don't know. I don't know if that's. I know there's only a couple of players that are really truly a little bit more aged in that Croatia team, but I mean, don't know what happened by the 85th minute because they were in an air-conditioned stadium, pretty sure. So by the end of it, yeah, don't know. Just caught on the break. I think them really made the most of it. Madueke looked good, even though Saka wasn't, involved for the majority. Madueke looked good. O'Reilly looks good. I mean, I think the team's playing really well. There's a good cohesiveness. Transition looks good. Just more the defense that I was a little bit more worried about, and I was surprised by that. I thought I'd be more worried about the attack, but defensively really solid, and managed to get Kane the ball on him to score. Job done.
So defense is your number one worry?
Probably a little bit. There's a little bit more. I would have played Gahey and Stones rather than Concert just because they know each other from City, but Stones is the one that I'm always worried about just because of the lack of game time this season and so on. But he was also crucial for one of the goals in terms of transition and getting the ball out. So that's what he's there to do, and that's what he can do more than our other centre backs. So
yeah. I mean, I think England looked pretty good. I mean, I think they have a chance to go far, obviously, and I do think they'll win the group. I don't know about you guys. Any opinions over there, Matt?
No, they win the group. They win that group easy, especially since they already. I think Croatia is the hardest competition they have in that group, and they beat them 4-2.
Definitely. Do we think? I mean, yeah, I think England look better. I think people are starting to believe a little bit more. I think the senior team is good, and I think the manager is the critical part of this. Is the time they're getting with Tuchel between games and what they're able to do and develop, even from the friendlies through to this game. It's just, it's big.
Will Tuchel be the first foreign manager to win a World Cup?
Who knows? But yeah, I mean they're good. I think we'll see them. I think we'll be seeing them for a while into at least. There's not many teams that I'm looking at that think, oh yeah, they could definitely beat them. There's probably one of the stronger performers.
Yeah.
Cool. Ghana 1, Panama 0. And then we will go to Uzbekistan 1, Colombia 3. Only thing I want to bring up in this game is, even though I'm a Chicago Fire fan,
Cucho Hernandez. Cucho Hernandez.
Insane.
That dude.
Insane.
In my opinion, the best assist of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
And that's without putting on a homer hat. Like everything he did leading up to that, I was just like, if I were scouting the World Cup, that's a player I want. A player who he hustles late into the game to the corner to get the ball. He gets fouled, doesn't whine to the ref, doesn't flop around, gets back up, wins the ball again. Skill move against the defender, perfect cross. Like it's everything you want to see from that position.
He won me money.
On to that's the real story. Is what happened.
That's
to the
real
money.
Part of this.
I mean, I think I won Jared some money by doing the Ghana Panama prediction.
Ghana Panama. No, I had to cash out because you had Colombia 2, Uzbekistan 1, and once it was 2-1, in the 80th minute, I cashed out. I had a feeling, which good thing I did.
Was that? I think that was one that I got. It was definitely what I predicted, but I don't know if you cashed it. Was that not the Ghana one? Because I definitely said that score.
Yeah. You got that one. On to round 2 of the World Cup. Round 2 of the games. Czechia 1, South Africa 1.
Worst game of the tournament.
Yeah.
Yep. Worst game of the tournament. That was.
Go ahead and get over with, Jared, because I know you want to talk about it.
I talking about Embo. That's the only reason.
I was streaming that game and I almost just turned it off.
Yeah, I will admit was the most boring game.
Yeah.
Honestly, South Africa does not have an attack. They really have no one. Only one I can give, I guess, kudos to is Mokanya. I think that's how you pronounce it. He had a great game, but I think he is suspended next game. So there goes that. Embo also popped a ball on it.
Yeah, I was about to say, what did Embo do?
Got you 1 million views.
Insane.
Ridiculous.
Switzerland 4, Bosnia 1. I don't know why I hyped them up. I was about to sing the song, but
Bosnia.
Take me from Bosnia, take me to
America.
Patrick last week was hyping Bosnia as the dark horse, and Matt and I both looked at him like,
we're like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
we don't see this.
It looks like they're going to be sent home early because it looks like they might be paired up against the U.S. in the knockouts.
I was just about to say the probability right now is that if they beat Qatar, we'll be playing them in the first round,
which I hate because I don't want to send them home. They're such a feel good story, but I guess we have to be the villain again.
I feel like that's one of the better results we can get in terms of a round of 32 opponent. Obviously, knockout rounds, literally anything can happen, but you want the early rounds to be opponents that you can knock out, so you can get into the deeper part of the tournament.
I was surprised. I was honestly surprised that Switzerland turned this around, but they really got it together after the first game.
Yeah.
So fair play, because I was really writing this off as a lot tighter than it was.
That one kid, Zombie, excellent player. He's another one who I think he's going to be a big name in 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Another one that kind of surprised us turning around, at least in my opinion. Canada 6, Qatar 0. Qatar went down to, I believe, 9 men. And produced to Ismail Kone.
Yeah, Kone.
Snapped his leg. And that was a pretty gruesome injury. So gruesome that you heard it on the broadcast.
So glad I didn't.
I didn't really catch
I heard it on the broadcast. It reminded me a lot of for any basketball fans here, the Kevin Ware break.
Yep.
Yeah, that reminded me a lot of that.
But
I was at an Applebee's and the game was on, but the sound was off.
We're not sponsored by them. You have to just say you are.
Just imagine. Just imagine Matt just eating a baby back rib, and then all of a sudden,
I'm just like,
mouth goes into it, and you just hear the big crack. It's like, oh shit, that was loud.
I don't want to make jokes of that, but
God.
I luckily didn't hear it. I was with my wife and her brother, and I looked up and I saw a stretcher out. I was like, oh shoot, what happened?
Yeah,
and it was a nasty.
I have not gone back and looked at replays or anything because I hate seeing that stuff.
Yeah.
So you can't look at it actually. So they were actively trying to remove it from all platforms as it was going on. So I got it because I was like, I saw it and I screen recorded it because I was like, I gotta show some people this is how bad this was. And yeah. But I was like,
trying to remove it, but you've got it. Bootleg.
No, I'm talking about people around me in person. People around me in person. It's like on every single broadcast. And the one thing was I didn't get an English broadcasted one. It was like it was like Portuguese. You could still hear it. It was actually louder on the Portuguese one than the English one.
It was loud.
So that was it was bad. But yeah, I mean, also the foul that led up to it. Do you guys think that justified a red?
I think you have to give a red. There's no malicious anything behind it, but you have to give a red for it.
Like, I think if he didn't break his leg, it's not a red.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
He did,
yeah, but that's judging off the outcome though. That's my I'm playing devil's advocate with this one. I don't know exactly. It depends on how you call it. If you call it off of the intent, no, that's a bad call. But if you're calling on the outcome, which in my opinion is bad in itself because anything can cause a break, really, then.
But
it's weird consequence.
I mean, to be completely honest, if I was that player, I don't think he was in the right mindset to keep playing. He looked distraught after all that.
I think it was safer for him as well. Like if he's going to keep playing, the challenges he's going to come under from their players is probably going to be pretty significant. So it's probably best for all parties.
What Canadian player is going to go after him?
Yeah, well, there were still some hefty challenges that were flying in after that. I mean, they were from the Qatar team more than the Canadian team. I mean, in terms of the actual football, though, I mean, completely dominant from Canada. And this group opened up from being what I thought was going to be draw after draw after draw into a 6 goal. I mean, 10 goals.
Biggest,
plus 11 goals with the Bosnia one. But 11 goals on that group all of a sudden.
Jonathan David really did bag a hat trick in that game, so hopefully we don't look over that with the Kone injury.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to point out too, Canada looks scary when they're pissed. They looked scary.
Yeah.
They really turned it on. They really turned it on after the injury.
Hard to know though when they go down to 9 men. That's the only thing I would say. The fact that Schaffelberg looked like an absolute world beater, but that's because he literally had no one marking him for the whole time he was on the pitch, and they just brought him on and played him at left back, which he hasn't done for years. But they're like, oh, I'll just put him at left back because he's going to go in and score and just dribble around everyone and just be a menace, and because he had completely free reign to do that with no one marking him. So yeah, a bit, but yeah, I mean, Canada did well when they were still even. So good stuff, and I was surprised because Qatar, obviously, Lopetegui had done a really good job in that first game. But I think we're seeing a lot of teams underestimate their other opposition. I think the teams that they are sort of more level with, I think they're starting to underestimate. Or I don't know. I think there's people that have gone out with like, oh, they're the big scalp in the group. We need to defend against them in that game. And then other than that, we'll just play. And like, you played really well the first way. Just keep doing that. Don't try and change it up. But we'll talk about that in a second.
On to our southern neighbors. Mexico 1, South Korea 0.
They got handed that win.
I don't remember much about this game.
Boring win, disappointing win.
South Korea was disappointing, and the only reason Mexico scored was because their goalkeeper made a big mistake.
Yeah, it was that. That one, wasn't it? I don't remember much about this game. I've watched it, but it
wasn't a very good game.
Exciting.
I was disappointed. I was expecting it to be a good game, and it just really wasn't.
It was the most disappointing hate watch that me and Matt had probably ever experienced. It was a terrible hate
That's
watch.
A lot coming from an Atlanta fan.
That was
didn't do a good job of it, basically.
No. I was hoping for a lot more from South Korea. Turns out that Son's not the player that there were chances where I'm like looking at him, I was like, dude, be selfish. Quit looking for someone to pass to.
Yeah.
Just finish it.
I think it says a lot about Son though as a player. When we've seen other players in this World Cup get upset about being taken off, he just got taken off at 60 minutes, 70 minutes or something. Just came straight off.
That's the second game. That's the second game in a row too.
Yeah, I mean he's not. Yeah. I mean I can tell you from watching him here at Judas Park, he's not the player he was. In terms of what he can do.
Not surprising, right?
No, he's not. He's not had the legacy of a Ronaldo or a Messi either. So he's not going to have that ceiling to drop down to. Yeah. So
at least he's a nice guy.
He is a very nice guy. I think he's cool.
Yeah, at least he's a nice guy.
Despite the badge on my chest.
Good ambassador for the league. I'll say that.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But,
doing a lot more than number 10.
I thought
I was lining that up, and Garrett just hit it out of the park.
I did think South Korea's keeper, despite making that mistake, did make a couple of good saves at the end to keep it to the 1-0. But yeah, nothing to talk about here.
On to a longer segment here, as I probably anticipate.
Let's
United
go.
States 2, Australia 0. Big topic out of this game is Pulisic was not available for this game, but it showed no problem.
The two striker thing, fantastic decision. Yeah. That I was not expecting it. I don't know if you guys were going into it. I wasn't expecting Pepe to be the replacement at all.
I thought we'd see like Reina, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought Reina or Aronson, maybe even Zendejas, but yeah.
This is
I think. No, go ahead.
I thought Weah or Reina, to be honest.
This is the thing with the time to train, because he knew that Australia were going to play with a 5, and you guys played with so much impetus down the wings to get that extra space, and that's the way you beat that 5. They're lacking in wide players, so being able to pair up 2-on-2, 2-on-1 all the time, you guys just absolutely. I mean, you basically vacated midfield, which was kind of odd to watch, but you basically decided that we're not going to play in there, and you do have the players that can do that in Tillman, in McKennie. They can go out really wide and be happily have played out there before for their clubs and stuff. So
I'll say Robinson and Dest, these 2 games have been terrific, outstanding.
Yeah,
even. And also, I mean, Tim Ream, besides the one mistake, was it the first game? He's exceeded my expectations. I think we were all worried for that left center back spot. Of Tim Ream, and what's your guys' opinion?
The thing that Ream does that none of our other center backs can do is Garrett okay?
Garrett died.
Yeah, sorry. My phones keep glitching out. It's kind of weird.
No.
Your head's glitching out. It looked like you just fell on the desk.
I just heard. No,
I was looking for. I was trying to grab the charger from underneath my desk.
That's all good.
What Reem does better than any of the other center backs is pass out of the back. He's our best center back in that way of playing.
Yeah.
I don't really trust any of our other center backs to do that effectively. Maybe Trusty every once in a while, but other than that, I don't really trust any of them. I know Richards is clean with his passes. He's not going to make line breaking passes the same way that Reem does.
There was a moment where he did get caught though. I thought he was gonna be a little bit more of an issue, but he managed to sort of get himself out of trouble, Tim Ream. So
he had to lock in his inner 10 years ago Tim Ream and lock in. Reem has been the Unk still got it.
The Unk still got it meme. Yeah.
No, he's been good. Yeah. I also would say he's not been tested that much.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys have done a really good job.
Yeah, this is a team though that
if Reem does play next game, we may see it with Turkey, because I would anticipate Turkey is going to play the full starting 11, which I think we will play our full starting 11, but only for 50, 60, 70 minutes.
I doubt it.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you think
we have four guys? We have four guys. Wait, what do you say, Tyler?
There's no point, is there, for you guys?
There's no
point.
A
chance to just other momentum? Well, that's the only question.
For me, you don't play Pulisic, and you don't play any of the guys that are on yellow cards.
You might not play any
rest of them. Yellow cards, don't play Chris Richards, don't play any of those guys. But I feel like
I wouldn't be surprised if like 3 or 4 stay
half an hour.
Surely,
I'll give him 20 minutes.
Surely Jedi doesn't start.
I don't think he's on a yellow as well.
We'll probably see Arston.
I was surprised we didn't see him at the end of that game. Brought in Trusty at left back.
Nah, Arston.
Wait, brought him on. Yeah. I went off.
Yeah.
Arston will come on in a sec.
Oh yeah,
and then
brought on Trusty.
Yeah,
I got you.
Which I guess is just solid. Just get rid of the ball. Like, I mean, Arston is a different kind of player. He's got more ability up further forward.
Going forward, yeah.
Rather than just let's see the game out. But yeah, I was surprised by that. But I thought my shock with this game is that Australia didn't. You know that there was talk about will the US underestimate Australia? I think Australia completely underestimated the US. That's what it looked like to me. And he changed the tactics. After the 2 goals, tactics changed, and you guys found it much harder to break them down. But they played way more aggressively, and they didn't do anything they did in the first game that was what made them successful.
Well, honestly, if I was Australia, I don't know why you didn't start Irankunda at all. He, for me, would have been one of the most dangerous guys. I mean, when he came on, he was dangerous.
He brought on all the guys that made a difference in that first game. At halftime, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was really weird tactics on their end.
I know a lot of Aussies are scratching their head about that too, and they're not too happy with their coaching decisions at all this World Cup.
Yeah.
The first game, I don't think you can complain. The second game, I don't think they played that right. I was sat in the park watching it with all the US fans and the other. It was just Nashville SC put on a watch party in the park, which I live right next to, and I was just shocked to watch Australia not really be competitive because of how they set up, and then the second half was very much what I expected from them. So yeah, just bad choices.
I did not expect anything different than what happened with this game at all. Right. So I thought it was a lot more. It was a lot more one-sided from the Australians' point of view of like saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna come in and beat you," and I was like, "Yeah, we'll see." I was convinced. I mean, quote Mike Grilla, it was a freaking layup. It was a layup.
It was wild. It was wild.
It was a layup.
The amount of like how riled up the Australians got based off of what Mike Grilla said.
But that's not the first time they've been mad at us for anything.
Well, the
Olympics they did the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing in the Olympics, and look how it turned out. They got washed in every sport.
I talked to a few Australians like before the game and after the game, and I was just like, I don't take anything he says as like the voice of the country. 9 out of 10 people who are soccer fans in this country don't listen to Mike Grilla.
Like, no, take it.
I bet you
seriously. We are
Tyler. Did you know who Mike
we are
Grilla
winning?
Was?
I know the name, but not really.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't know it either, but I know it now. But you hear this. Because after all that crap that Australia was talking, we're winning the Grasketball Cup, man. We're winning it. What's a cup to a bowl, boys? What's a cup to a bowl?
I'll also throw in there for some stats because I know we have some stats guys. I'm a big stat guy. First half, U.S. dominated possession 70%, and also on 88% pass accuracy.
Yep.
I believe this was you, Garrett, in the note. You have like 3 notes in here. You want to take those over because that is in
Garrett Matt can
English,
probably talk a little bit about
what that means.
So what?
It's in Garrett English, and I don't know what that means. So
okay,
take it away.
So what I put in there, so what I put in there, and Matt can probably back me up on this one too. This is the first time in a while that the third match in the group stage for the U.S. has literally no outcome. It really does not matter at all because of the new rules that put in place. Because now, regardless of what happens in the other games, the head-to-head is going to take precedent over goal difference in this World Cup now.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's going to be nice to kind of see a rotated squad and kind of relax a little bit and focus more on July 1st and we would normally do around this time of the year. But my question for everybody else, is it too early to start drinking the Kool-Aid yet on this national team?
It depends on how much Kool-Aid you're drinking.
Quantity is the question.
The quantity.
Are we
drinking the Kool-Aid is not the issue. It's the quantity.
So are we sipping it or are we chugging it right now?
I have a nice a
healthy
8-ounce cup.
A healthy glug.
Yep.
Okay. No, before I was talking to Eli Lesser about how far we think we'll get, and he said he wants to be delusional and say quarterfinals. I don't think it's delusional now.
It just depends on matchups.
It's really not delusional anymore.
Bosnia,
yeah.
Theoretically, I hope.
I think we should. I think we should be striving for at least a quarterfinal now. I think that should be that's a reachable goal.
Yeah.
And right now, as the current projection goes, we have a fair route to get there if everything pans out the way it goes. We were looking at me and Matt were looking at earlier. It's probably going to be Bosnia in the round of 32. We're looking at DR Congo or New Zealand in the round of 16 probably, or is it Czechia, New Zealand? Sorry,
Czechia, New Zealand.
And then we're looking at a DR Congo. What was the other 2 teams that we're looking at?
It was Austria. I can't remember. It wasn't. It was all teams that we could conceivably beat on a good day. It wasn't any. It was
and that's why I'm
not saying
I'm starting to drink the Kool-Aid a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's smart to go in saying we're going to get to a semifinal. We're going to get to a quarterfinal. Right. I think we can. Yeah. I think it's a possibility. But before in past World Cups, we'd be we'll be happy to get to a quarterfinal.
Yeah, things will change.
Things will change after every.
Anything less than a quarterfinal is disappointing, in my opinion.
Yeah,
given how you've started.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to come up against those teams on that run, you should be getting there. You should definitely be getting there. New Zealand have been a surprisingly okay team for me, but the
bar right now is the round of 16. That's the bar.
There is
the
a big
bar
disparity.
Is round of 16.
There's a big disparity in this competition between the top teams and everyone else.
And everyone else, yeah.
There's a lot of teams that are sort of fighting against other teams their level right now, and there are teams that are able to dig in and get a result. But they're doing it in a group stage where I think when it's a real knockout game, I'm not sure if that's going to be the same. I think the pressure gets to them. I don't know if they can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, guys, I have to drop out. You guys continue. I got to go. I will be back next week.
Go follow Matt.
I'm gonna do a TikTok live, so I gotta get it set up before 8 o'clock.
All right.
My phone.
See you there. Go follow.
All right.
For the group.
I'll touch on this last topic for United States men's national team. Is Seattle the spot to play our games?
I'd say Seattle's probably our place to play on the West Coast. We always have good showings when we're out there. I still think our strongest showing as far as crowd support has always been on the East. There is a larger presence of U.S. fans on the East Coast and even no coastland like Chicago or like Dallas or anywhere else like that. But I'd say Seattle was our best showing so far as fan support. We were really getting into it with a chance towards Mauricio Pochettino. I mean, the end of the game, Country Roads thing, that one just set me back. I'm like,
yep.
But I was just like, I'm a college football fan too, and you hear that a lot in college football. And it's like, if we embrace, like, the thing is that we get all types of crap for all the chants we throw out all the time throughout U.S. soccer history. If we embrace some of the college football traditions, I think that honestly we'll not only be respected, but also be revered for what we can do.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. We got nothing else.
Like, tell me you would not like to hear, like, God Bless the USA sung in unison at a USA game, or Courtesy of the Red, White, Blue by Toby Keith. Just hearing all the fans scream out, we'll put a boot in your, because it's the American way. That would be insane. I'm sorry. I'm not even a country music fan, but that would be electric.
I think it's a good move.
And the thing is, though, is even the non-soccer fans who bought tickets to the games, they would fully get into it.
Yeah, I think you need to embrace it. I think it's a little bit too, for the average fan, I think soccer here is very soft and gentle, and maybe doesn't have enough kind of ferocity in the fandom. It does obviously in supporter sections. Supporter sections are different, but I think outside of that, most people go have a chat, watch the game, whatever happens, and they go home. And I think, some of that stuff that would just bring everyone together quite simply. I do think sometimes the chants and things over here that I hear, Judas Park, are just way too complex and way too much. It could just be way simpler, and it would get everyone on board. And just a case of that. I think Music City is trying to do it too hard with it.
I would say embrace the Americanisms when you're in the crowd. Just don't try to Europeanize the American game as far as like in the crowd. Make it your own thing. I mean, not do them. I believe that we will win, but embrace the music behind what we have here.
Yeah,
is my big thing. There's so many, like Seven Nation Army is an American song. Embrace that.
Yeah, I know, right? Why is that never used?
Yeah,
it's used in so many chants. I don't understand why no one uses it here. Because it's literally the easiest one to use for everything.
It's like there's so many ones you could use, and the thing is, everyone's like, no, just could we use that for other sports? Embrace it. Hell, I know about 6 different teams in like professional sports and college sports that use Darude Sandstorm. Hell, the team down the street from me uses it all the freaking time.
I mean, the US has an incredible musical history and musical culture. So, I mean, there's loads of stuff that everyone knows and is broadly known that can be used. So, yeah, it does surprise me that it's always trying to latch on to something different.
Missed opportunity if Nashville SC does not play Friends in Low Places at halftime of every game. That would be electric.
Yeah, they do it over at the Preds. I think it's stuff like that. They're way more into that than Nashville SC actually pulls away from country music for some reason. I don't know why. There's very little country music. The Preds use it all the time, though.
Yeah. I do feel like soccer is on the rise in the United States, and I'm really hoping MLS sees a jump in viewership, even though we pay for every subscription. But good thing is now MLS is not under a paywall anymore. Technically, it is, but you don't need 2 subscriptions to watch MLS, which I think everyone is a big fan of. Going into next game, Scotland 0, Morocco 1. Personally, I think this was a good, hard-fought loss from Scotland. I couldn't watch the whole 90 minutes, but I got parts of it. Scotland looked better. They looked better than their first game. Didn't play as many long balls. They weren't playing as defensive when they went up 1-0 against Haiti.
Yeah.
And I want to say this Brazil Scotland match this week, Wednesday, is going to be a decent, I hope, close game. But I am kind of expecting Scotland to lose.
If they don't, it's Malort shot with this.
Iron Brew.
Yes.
I think they could get a draw. I do think they could try and get a draw. But again, disappointing. I mean, they lost that in the first minute or two. Yeah. With that early goal.
From an insane goal.
Yeah, early goal.
Crazy
and then
goal.
That's it. So, But yeah, I was disappointed that they didn't manage to come back into that. They had opportunities, just didn't take them.
Yeah. Brazil 3, Haiti 0. Vinny is on the score sheet again, goal and assist. I believe he is up to 2 goals and 1 assist. Just want to throw that in there since I am a Real Madrid fan. And Vinny.
Neymar who?
Unfortunately for Brazil, Rafinha picked up a hamstring injury, so he will most likely be out against Scotland.
Big player.
It is a big player. Big pressing guy too.
Yeah, big player. That game bored me a little bit because they got their 3-0 and then just sat and just let the rest of it fade out. So
yeah,
which is fine. That's totally cool. But that was that. That was all there was to it. They just got the goals and then just mid-locked on the halfway line and more pressure once you come in here. But yeah.
First big team eliminated already. Turkey. Paraguay got down to 10 men, and they still won 1-0 to Turkey. And Turkey is officially eliminated due to head-to-head matchups. Big disappointment in my eyes. And here's Garrett's second rant.
Which is good, yeah. I mean, as far as I don't got much on Turkey besides the fact being 62 shots, no goals in the World Cup. That's just insane, and considering that they were the favorite to win this group. But I got 2 things to talk about that revolve around Atlanta United. One's good, one's bad. The one good thing is that Mateus Galarza, of course, capitalizing on a mistake by Turkey early in the game in the 2nd minute. Sliding it home, big goal for him. Glad that he scored it, even though he's technically not an Atlanta United player anymore. We still claim him. They still have him listed as an Atlanta United player on the FIFA website, so we're gonna go with that, even though he's not technically with us anymore. But that's the one good thing. The bad thing is the first victim of the mouth covering rule. It just so happened to be Mr. Phantom Diver slash the nostalgia merchant guy over here, Miguel Amaron, who I was hoping that him in this World Cup would play better, but he's been a part of 2 of the worst moments in this World Cup. First of all, the yellow card for mistaken identity against the U.S. after diving after Tim Ream, didn't even touch him. And then also by covering his mouth and getting the red card. The referee in itself, though, in this game was very questionable. We've seen him, Jared, and you've probably seen him when he covers a lot of CONCACAF games, the referee, specifically the Nations League semifinal a couple years ago with Mexico and the U.S., the one that got called off early after McKennie and Dest both got red cards and McKennie had his jersey ripped. He was the referee in that one. It's dumb because the thing is if you know Miguel Almiron as us Atlanta United fans do, that's way out of character for him. Extremely out of character if he did say anything. But yeah, it's just not a good look on him in this World Cup. He was supposed to be one of their better players in this World Cup, and unfortunately for him, he's the first victim of the new rule, which why they enforced it. But yeah, you guys got to know the rules.
Yeah, it's tricky though, isn't it? Like it's the 1 minute. He's the only player that does that at that moment. And if you're going to cover your mouth in a moment where you're clearly having some sort of discussion with the opposition around a heated moment, it's hard not to suggest that he said something that he didn't want other people to see.
And the bad part is now you have the replay and that in the VAR. Cameras, it's just going to be really everywhere. Yeah. Someone's going to see it.
And the Turkey player was all over it.
Oh yeah, as soon as he saw him covering his mouth, he ran straight over the ref. He's like, get him!
I wondered though because he went like that, and I was like, oh, is he gonna think that he's done it as well, or like because he was trying to point and like gesture that he was,
I understand why the rules put in place, but it's like we've seen players like when they're trying to give tactics on the field to or even coaches, they cover their mouth and go like this. So I'm curious if that's still going to be enforced on that. You know?
I feel like that's different. But if you're directing it towards an opposing player, I mean, we saw it in the UCL with Vinny against Benfica.
That was a totally different thing. That was, that was the reason why the rule got put in place.
Right. I mean, I kind of, hate to say it, not hate to say it, but I think I like the new rule. I think it should be enforced. There's really no point of covering your mouth if you're talking to an opposing player.
Yeah, but I think also as far as this too, though, when it comes down to it, it's basically now you have to like pick and choose. I understand why you do it. It's the right thing to do it if you hear something, but if you're just covering your mouth, and you can't hear what the discussion is, like, or if it's just something innocent, or if they're like blowing their nose, like, where's the line drawn? I'm playing devil's advocate with it. It's like, where is the line drawn with what you call as far as that? Is it just a player covering his mouth? So what if I sneeze? Like, is that gonna be?
It's not.
I could say something very heinous in the sneeze, man. You could, but
I'm pretty sure. Isn't it that it's only when it's directed to an opposition player?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what the rule says, is that it's in discussion with an opposition player. I don't know if that's true or not, but I thought that was it. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Miggy
did try and make it look like he was just rubbing his nose at the end of it. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did, and that's the part where I'm just like, you're trying to back out of it. You did it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not denying. I'm not questioning enforcing the rule. I'm glad they're enforcing it for situations like what happened with Vinny. But come on,
people didn't used to do.
You gotta be smarter. You gotta be smarter than that as a player. You gotta know the rules.
That's the thing for me, though. Why do you have to do it? Because people used to just talk to each other on the field, or talk in their own language, or talk in whatever they wanted to, and just talk. It's only been the last 10 years or something we've started all covering our hands whenever you go to the, come off the end of the game and you're sort of like whispering to each other. What? Who?
I saw one high profile one. It was on YouTube. It was Ben Foster and Mo Salah after a penalty, like after the game was over. When it's like, and they were just discussing like, hey, like Mo Salah just coming to him and asking like, hey, what direction did you go? What direction were you gonna go? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, there definitely is a line. Where is that line?
It's just now we kind of see the way this is going with the Miggy thing. If he said something, shame on him. If he did say something on him, he can leave my club. I'll go as far as to say that if he did say anything, because that's not the type of person I want to have at the club. But he seems like a nice person. He's always smiling every time he's around, so I can't take it. I can never see him as a person that would willingly say something really heinous. But yeah, I mean, enforce the rule when you see it.
Right. On to Netherlands, Sweden. I think the big topic of this one is Sweden went from winning 5-1 to losing 5-1.
Yeah.
I had Sweden as not really a dark horse, but a team that could make some noise in this World Cup.
I think they were good in the first game. It's hard to see. They've dropped off so significantly game to game. Netherlands really stepped up after their 2-2 against Japan in that first game day. I think the Netherlands have been undervalued by people, but they're definitely from what discussions that we've had a little bit. And I do think that they are going to go a good way into this tournament this year. I don't think they are to be underestimated. And I know I've probably more Matt than anyone in this group, but Matt mentioned that Cody Gakpo, like, what's he going to do? And then some of those players, Brian Brobby really stepped up in this game. Cody Gakpo comes in with a goal. And I do think it's difficult. I think that we see a lot of players here. Like Gyökeres in the first game, for instance, looked really good in the Sweden team. And he has looked really good in times when there's lots of transition play, lots of space. He looks really, really good. And a lot of these players don't get to play like that for their clubs. And Gakpo is another one of those that maybe he's really suiting how the Netherlands are playing, but he doesn't get to do that at his club. So I think it's a tough one because a lot of players are playing under a different system. I think what we can expect from players is very different under different managers and different ways of playing and who they're playing with. So I think that's what makes this interesting. But ultimately, a player like Gakpo has quality, and I don't think we can write that off. And I think maybe we're writing off the just underlying basic quality these players have.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit I did kind of write off Sweden. I didn't think Sweden had, or not, excuse me, I didn't think Netherlands had a good or great attack, and they kind of proved me wrong this game.
Robbie's the one that's coming in from Sunderland, but does a really good job. Great player ultimately. But yeah, I do think when we were doing our brackets, I think there were some moments where I think I was like, but, and I was like, nah, but no, okay. But yeah. I think they've got enough quality there that ultimately, and Koeman's doing a right job with them, I think, as well. That's the other thing. Koeman's kind of stepped up in terms of his managerial prowess with them. Sweden, on the other hand, yeah, disappointing. Really disappointing after their first game. I was so excited for more of that attacking flair, and they just couldn't combine and make it happen.
I mean, sounds like we're all on the same page here. Germany 2, Ivory Coast 1. I'm not yet sold on this German team.
Ivory Coast. I love Ivory Coast, but I thought they were going to have this in the last few minutes.
I thought so too. On to Ecuador, Curacao, 0-0. Not really much to talk about with that one. Same thing with
Ecuador.
Go ahead.
Ecuador, I think. I mean, Matt definitely had Ecuador down as a team that were going to do something, and they.
I had them down too. I had them as kind of my dark horse because of their defense, and there we go, showing it again. 0-0.
Yeah, they're pretty good at defending, but just cannot score even against Curacao. You know, yeah, surprising, but great point for Curacao.
Yeah, I mean, I do think
that's That's their only point ever in the World Cup because this is their first World Cup, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep. So congratulations, Curacao, first ever point in the World Cup. Congratulations.
Let's see. I do think Ecuador could possibly get something from Germany, or at least make it a decent game. Ecuador is not an easy opponent. I feel like I must have deleted it, but their games are very low scoring games. If you look in their history, it's like 0-0, 1-0, 2-1. So I do think Germany could do something, or Ecuador could do something to Germany. Excuse me. Tunisia 0, Japan 4. Kind of expected this with a new Tunisia head coach or manager. Japan did look pretty good. Nothing much to say on that, unless you guys have something.
They started a bit better. I thought they looked a little bit better at the start, but that was it. Japan showed them what they were going to do. First goal was very messy, but as in not number 10 Messi, but it was just very messy, kind of like bundled it in, which I wasn't expecting from Japan. But
speaking of that, we have live games going on right now. Kylian Mbappe has just scored and is now tied Miroslav Klose for the second spot in all-time goals in the FIFA World Cup.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, right. They just resumed. Okay.
Yeah, they got underway at
Norway and Senegal's underway too. Cool.
8.
All right. We will kind of speed run through these last 5 games. Spain 4, Saudi 1. Spain team is running through Lamine Yamal. I think that is the entire backbone of that Spain team. If Yamal's healthy, Spain is deadly. And as you can see behind me, I am a Real Madrid fan. Hate to say it, but Lamine Yamal is the Spanish national team.
Oyarzabal, I would say, also contributed significantly in the false 9, joining it all up. He was really big in the way that they played. But I mean, also the Saudi defense was terrible. Saudi defense was all over the place. The midfield was dropping. The shape was terribly weird. Like the whole time, they seemed to have this. They couldn't seem to get their spacing right at all, and they ended up with 3 defenders clumped, and then the midfielder trying to drop into this space. It just was a mess. They had no straight line at any point, so they couldn't step up and play the offside trap. They were just a real mess. That first Lamine goal comes from that, and they just play straight diagonally across. How does the ball get diagonally across you like that forwards? I've got no idea. I thought the keeper was all right. I mean, he got a really bad rating, but I thought he was actually all right. He stopped it from being 8 to me. And he had some really big saves at times that flew out, and who was it? Was it Oyarzabal? I can't remember who flew out of that one-on-one. Mediumly early, maybe after the first goal, but he did some good stuff, but disappointing. You think maybe they go for a sort of, hey, was it Cape Verde managed to get a draw against them? Let's try and do the same, and they just didn't try that.
Belgium, Iran 0-0. Belgium honestly seems like they just don't want to win. They don't want 3 points. That's the second draw this tournament. And they have is it Spain? No, who do they have next?
Isn't it going to be New Zealand? Is it that group?
No. They got New Zealand's in their group, so they have
New Zealand. Yeah,
their next match is New Zealand on Friday.
Yeah, we'll see.
Matt was right about them. Matt was very right about them when he said that the generation's just not quite there. It's probably that it's gone, and disappointing. I don't think they're really combining particularly well. There's a number of teams that we've seen it both ways. Lots of teams that have got quality but can't combine, and lots of teams that don't have the quality but can combine really well. And the ones that just manage to do both, they're all going home.
And Doku leaving early because of the birth of his child has definitely been a big drawback for him too. Mm-hmm. I think that I had him as being a pinnacle player for Belgium, and this one and possibly want to probably get them at least to the semifinal of his performances alone. Without him, they're a mess.
Yeah, it's shocking, really, isn't it? I struggle with that. I struggle with. I think it's something that I really appreciate about the England team. For instance, if a player goes, another player comes in, basically the same quality. And there's a number of teams in this France or another team where player comes out, player comes in, they're the same level. Belgium don't really have that squad depth, evidently.
No,
and that profile.
On to a pretty exciting group. They're all fighting for second and third place, to be honest. Uruguay and Cape Verde, 2-2 draw.
So before we start off with this one, let's talk about the goalie. Let's talk about the goalie's social media presence. He currently is at 15.6 million followers because of his performances this World Cup. His club that he just left, Chavez, in the second division in Portugal, only has 50,000 Instagram followers. He has dwarfed his club by several million.
I don't get this because I've never ever watched a game of football and then gone and followed a player. So I do not get at all.
His impact on it alone, Capelli Sports, the kit manufacturer for Cape Verde, they weren't selling the goalkeeper jersey. They're actually selling those now, and they're actually selling out. That's the funny part about it. Because I was just talking to Matt about it. I was like, dude, they're already out of every adult size in the goalkeeper jersey, and he just released it today.
The funny thing for me is the idea that he's now got to work out what to post. I've now got 15 million followers. What do I do?
I just retired from my club at 41. I'm only playing this last World Cup before I retire from football completely. What do I do now?
Dude, it's perfect time to get your whatever business you're about to do. That is the perfect moment to get a ton of people that you can influence. Smashed it.
Real Madrid move as a 41-year-old. just like Keylor Navas did in 2014 with Costa Rica when they made the quarterfinal.
Start your goalkeeper club company or whatever you want to do. That's the answer. Get those 15 million.
Right.
But Cape Verde gets a point from Uruguay. Cape Verde, I think, is the undisputed underdog of this tournament.
Yeah.
And they shocked everybody.
Great goal.
And Saudi is their next opponent, so they have a chance. Looking at the group right now, if Cape Verde gets a result, if Spain somehow loses or draws to Uruguay,
that's possible.
Cape Verde could top this group, depending on goal difference. Or they'll get second. Cape Verde could get second.
They haven't lost to anyone yet, so
no.
That first goal was a great goal. The Uruguay wall falls apart completely. That's terrible defending from just how you can let a free kick in from that distance. But it's because of the wall. It's not really Muslera's fault so much. The distance is so big and the wall just opens up right between the two of them. So poor defending. But yeah, that was probably one of the biggest goals for me. I was amazed to see that. You never see anyone hit a free kick from that distance and it go in, especially that low.
Great goal.
But yeah, they're doing all right, aren't they? They're hanging in there. I'm a little bit worried about this third place finish for a lot of teams. How many points is it going to be that's actually required for this third place qualification? Mm-hmm. I think it's looking like it might be 3, and that's
it.
Might
be 3, but
it's going to be 3 points, and then they're going to take the highest goal differential basing off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's another draw for them. Hopefully.
Yeah. On to New Zealand 1, Egypt 3. Egypt gets their first ever World Cup win, so congrats to them. Looking at their group here, which is right here, Group G, Egypt is on top right now by 2 points, as Iran and Belgium only have 2, and Egypt has 4, and their next opponent is Iran, so they could top the group.
feels crazy to me that that's Egypt's first ever.
Yeah.
That feels absolutely just like a crazy little data point. But
which is even crazier than that game. That was New Zealand's game to lose. They were dominating really early on in the game. After that first goal, I was like, oh my God. Like New Zealand could pull this off. And really kind of, and part of me was getting kind of excited because the way I had my bracket laid out was us playing against that third place out of that group. I was like, oh, I want New Zealand. I kind of want New Zealand. And now it's like, I mean, congrats to Egypt. Great showing for the whole team. I mean, solid did what he had to do. Marmouche did what he had to do. But New Zealand shocked me of how they collapsed. That was my big takeaway from this one. I thought it was New Zealand's to lose.
Yeah. Yep. Totally with you. I think it was a disappointing collapse from, well, not collapse, but, disappointing from New Zealand. I thought McGowan was really good. Number 20 in the first few minutes for New Zealand. Looked like he's playing the strings. Payne played well. Wood does his thing. Singh looks all right. And then, I was shocked that it ended up as a 3-1, to be honest with you. But they have the quality Egypt, of course. They've got Marmouche, they've got Salah, they've got other players in there that can do damage. So
Zico being one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have them down as this team are a real problem, but they're right in the middle of the kind of teams that are solid. They're solid. They're not.
They're probably right now. If we were to end the tournament today, I'd say they're kind of like more towards the top of the third place teams. If we had to end everything right now, but if they finished off in second,
it's Egypt.
Egypt.
I'd say if you make them a Premier League team, they're sort of in like the 13th to 14th area.
They're mid-table. They're mid-table.
Yeah, low mid-table.
Yeah. Then finally, wrapped up today. Argentina 2, Austria 0. Messi misses his first pen, or not first. I'm sorry. Misses a pen in the game, and then in Messi fashion scores 2. An open play goal to become the sole leader of the all-time World Cup career goal leader.
Well, that's as of the time. That's as of the time of this live going on. Yes. Because no, that was not Mbappe. I thought it was Ousmane Dembele just put a third one in for France.
Okay,
but yeah, it's gonna be a tight race throughout this entire World Cup between Mbappe and Messi of who's going to take home that golden boot for the World Cup, and also who's going to have the all-time leading goal scoring record. So that record will be set this World Cup. That's confirmed. It's just whether or not it's going to be Mbappe or it's going to be Messi.
Yeah. Ultimately, I do think Mbappe will get that record next World Cup.
He's got more World Cups to do, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does have a couple more in him. And as we were talking right now, Ousmane Dembele just put away France's third to make it 3-0 Iraq.
Yep.
I guess really no surprise there. So, bless you. Buddy. And then we also have Norway, Senegal going on 0-0 there. Haven't been watching, but Senegal is dominating ball possession 62%.
Disappointing. Disappointing for Ahmed Kassim from Nashville, who started in the lineup today again for Iraq. But I don't think that was unexpected at all. And it's still on the field. But I think anyone who's questioning whether Ronaldo or Messi is the best, I don't know how you can see it any other way. Sadly, Messi, despite our disdain for him and his antics in Major League Soccer, he is the best player. And I can't see it any other way.
Then you got people like me that hate both of them. Don't care.
That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care for that discussion.
I don't care. That's the thing. Though. It's like I get a lot of comments from people. It's like, oh, you hate Messi, so you must be a Ronaldo fanboy. No, I hate them both. They're both like they both have their own flaws that I don't like at all.
Yeah.
I recognize the talent, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm defending this guy with my life, right? Like some of these Ronaldo fans and some of these Messi fans do.
Yeah. It's pointless. Yeah, it's not a thing for me. But anyway,
but my hatred for Messi only came when he came to the MLS. That was where it really was, and now my hatred for Ronaldo is him basically trying to play hero ball, which I have my own complaints about that with our own team sometimes.
I've seen all that, but yeah.
But to wrap it up, I mean, next Monday will be a lot more fun. We will have seeding finalized, and we'll actually have 3 games finished in the round of 32. So
Exciting
round
stuff.
3 starts, I believe, on Wednesday. Nope,
Yeah.
Tuesday. Sorry. Nope, Wednesday.
No, it's Wednesday. England are playing the final. They were the last set of groups, and then yeah.
Final games of your group starts on Wednesday, and then, like I said, Monday we'll have final seeding with 3 games completed. And Germany will be one of them, finishing up around 6:30. So, shall be a fun episode. See where everyone ranks, see who the United States men's national team has, and who England has, and if hopefully Scotland makes it.
Yes.
And hopefully, I mean, Cape Verde. I hope Cape Verde gets in somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely.
But I mean, if you guys got nothing left, I got nothing left. That's all of our notes.
No, we're good. Thank you for everyone joining and being in the chat and stuff.
Yeah, of course, everybody in the chat, thank you for tuning in. Of course, we'll have all these stuff and all of our clips posted up on all our social media platforms for the remainder of the rest of the Grasketball Bowl. And
we could basically call ourselves the Grasketball podcast. It's been fun.
Yes.
Grasketball conference.
The Grasketball Bowl. That's what we're gonna call the World Cup from now on. Because what's a bowl to a cup, as I said earlier. But yeah, of course, we'll, like with everything that we're doing, all of us are kind of doing doing individual stuff and some combined stuff throughout the entire competition. Tyler's been doing a lot of lives. Jared's been jumping on a few lives. I've been jumping on a few lives. Matt's done he actually currently ditched our show to go do his live, so you can go ahead and check. You can go check out everybody but Matt's, because Matt didn't want to stick around with us. Just kidding. But yeah.
He's always live.
So
life is live.
Yeah. But we got more stuff coming. Of course, with the USA game on Thursday, late night game. Against Turkey. So probably we'll see us, all four of us actually, probably doing something in lines for those games. Of course, Tyler's going to do a lot more England stuff. Jared might be doing some Scotland stuff and some final farewell stuff for our South African friends. But as far as everything else, Jared, if you want to go ahead and close us out, go ahead and start plugging the socials and stuff, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, ramping up. I mean, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, X, Jared Fire FC. Tyler, go ahead.
BIGTV NSC. I'll be live tomorrow for the England game. Everybody, let's go watch those Lions. Do what they need to do.
They're going home. They're going. England's going home. They're going home. They're going home. They're going. England's going home.
Are you doing that believing in things that aren't real or whatever it was on the scarf? You're doing that
never chase reality.
Yeah, you're never chasing reality right now.
So are you saying the reality is that England's going home?
No, that's what you're saying. The reality is they're not going home. So you're trying to chase the things that aren't real.
I will hold you to that till when they do get knocked out.
Where can they find you, Garrett?
I'm at 5 Stripes Carolina on TikTok. Also have an X account as well, Garrett 5SC. Also do have, of course, YouTube, but mainly it's just used for reposting these lives. I'm starting to get into a little bit more of that stuff, the short form content on YouTube. But yeah, we'll be definitely doing more live streams for the World Cup throughout the rest of the week. Since I'm back from my vacation, so you got to feel the full wrath of me again. Sorry that I was a little bit too out there. I had a lot of stuff bent up, man. All the hype. But yep. But yeah, we will see you guys next week in the start of the fun part of the tournament, the knockout rounds.
Let's go for that.
Can't wait. Appreciate you guys coming in. If you can see us live on TikTok, please jump in. Please come talk to us. We love talking to chat. So please jump in. Again, please give us all a follow on TikTok, Instagram, wherever we just said. And see you guys next week.
Follow, subscribe, like. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.